in Tumwater Lanes in Tumwater, Washington, the oldest and most historic community in the state of Washington. Tumwater Lanes is a place where I've taken my family for years. In fact, we rent the place out during Christmas. My family comes from all over the state. We fill this place up. It's a great locally owned business, family owned business. It is what we want in Washington. Very successful small businesses that are really successful because community uses them. And I couldn't be more happy with the folks who own it.
We are Creed and Sandra Clement. Our family has owned Tumwater Lanes for 15 years.
Yeah, 1995.
1995 we purchased it. We try to keep it a family environment. We treat our customers like guests rather than just paying customers. We try to keep it a family-oriented center where even before the non-smoking ban came on, we declared ourselves non-smoking because it isn't good for kids to come into a smoking environment. So we've been non-smoking for a long time.
One of the things that we've noticed this past season is that with the uncertainty in the economy, the customers that do frequent our bowling center are obviously concerned about their next paycheck, job stability, the stability of the economy, and that has had a ripple effect on their willingness to spend their dollars with us.
And what are you hearing from local business owners like Tumwater Lanes? What do they need from the legislature?
Well, you know, everyone wants lower taxes, but these folks in particular, I think, are very responsive to their community. And what they're saying is give us stability, give us predictability. Create an environment for us where we can be successful reaching out to our customers, where people come and have a good time, and make sure that the regulatory environment is consistent so that we can predict. The other thing I think these folks would say in our community is cuts to state government and cuts to state employees, it hurts small businesses. The leagues that they run, those are full of state employees. Friday nights when people bring their families here, those are public employees. When we cut government too deep and too disproportionate for our district, we're hurting small businesses like this one.
You mentioned the tax burden that businesses are saddled with. What kind of predictability can we bring to them?
Well, one of the things that I think Washington suffers from, and we've talked about it a lot for years in the state without a lot of action, is that we disproportionately tax businesses for their gross sales instead of their profit. Bowling alleys are small margin businesses. They require lots of customers to come in and bowl and to buy products and services. And if they don't have a customer base, they don't have a business. So I don't hear so much for them to lower their taxes is make sure we have a vibrant economy that's bringing people through the door, which means you got to pay family wages to those who work in communities. And ultimately, you have to make sure that we're not saddling our state's businesses by disproportionately asking small business to pay the tax burden. We have some of the greatest corporations in the country, and their sort of after-cost taxes should look similar in percentage to our small businesses. And in Washington, we do the opposite. If this business doesn't make money one year to the next, their tax burden continues to go up. And we've got to do something about that and make a fair environment for them.
So what kinds of actions are you taking to bring that business back to the state and help these small businesses, the majority of which employ the majority of citizens in the state?
Yeah, small businesses are our economic engine. It's a statement people say a lot, but it really is true. They make up the vast bulk of employers, 50 employees or less. The vast bulk of people work for them, and they are the job creators. Again, a stable environment means that we are not taking public services and government services and creating such volatility with them. If we had a stable tax code that was fair on the business side and fair for individuals, if it was adequate to fund services through time as the economy grows, and if it was less volatile, this business wouldn't have to worry that every downturn could be the last time they open their doors.
The state of Washington is probably the second largest employer in Thurston County, so many of our customers that come in on a weekly basis as league bowlers, again, we'll go back to discretionary dollars. If they're not able to keep their paychecks stable, then they need to budget for their discretionary spending. And for our open play customers, again, if they can't bring their family of four in and bowl and enjoy some food in the restaurant, they're going to stay at home. They're going to play games or whatever at home, they're not going to be willing to come out and spend that discretionary income. You know, and for the retirees too, they're on a fixed income. That is a fixed income. And if we start talking about reducing retiree pay, you know, now you've got many of our bowlers are retirees. We had a party the other night for a lady who was just retiring, and you know, if she can't count on that retirement income coming in all the time every month, then she's going to have to stop doing her extracurricular playing too.
This is something the legislature should do. We start by closing tax loopholes where they make sense. This business should not be paying more tax because banks, for example, are getting a $100 million tax break. Somebody must pay for our critical services, and a fair system helps this business succeed. Close tax loopholes, create a fair tax code for our state, and make sure that we're not on the roller coaster that we've been on for more than 20 years. A stable, steady public sector that's moving with the private economy is the very best thing we can do for our local businesses.